Okay, so in this video we solve the numericals 3.8. So here we have given a distance and the question is that find out the current through the galvanometer whose resistance is 15 ohms. Okay, what is the question? Question is find out the current flowing through galvanometer whose resistance is 15 ohms. So we have find out I. Now you can apply the Kirchhoff's second rule to the loops, different types of the loops, this one, this, and then this. And then we find out the equations, and from that equation you can find out the values of I. Okay? So we starting from consider the loop. Which loop? A, B, D, and D. And apply the Kirchhoff's second rule to loop A, B, D, A. So you can see from A to B we have a resistance. Now Kirchhoff rule, you can understand what is the Kirchhoff rule. So Kirchhoff rule statement is summation IR is equal to summation epsilon. That means take the summation of potential difference across the resistance, that is equal to the summation of EMF of batteries. Or you can also say that the potential difference summation and epsilon summation is equal to 0. That means the summation of potential difference across the resistors plus the summation of all EMFs of battery, that is equal to 0. Okay? So, according to Kirchhoff's second rule, we apply the Kirchhoff's second rule to the loop A, B, D, A. So, now we have from A to B resistance, that means 10 ohms, 100 ohms and I. So, according to Ohm's law, this is potential difference. But now current is I1, so write down I1 and resistance, that is 100. This multiplication is potential difference. Now our motion is from A to B, and current is also flowing this direction. Because of that, this is taken as negative. If current direction is this one and our direction is this, at that times opposite direction, at that times we have positive values. So this is negative because we go from A to B, current is also flowing here. Now B to D, that means B to D, current is IC, resistance is 15, that means IC into 15 ohms. This is potential difference. Now we can go from B to D, and current is also flow from B to D. So same direction, because of that this is negative. Now from B to A, current is I2 and resistance is 16, and we move from D to A, current is flow from A to D. Because of that, this is taken as positive. Because our direction and current direction both are opposite each other. So we get this equation. Now simplify this equation. So this is 100 I1 minus 100 I1. This is minus 50 IC plus 60 I2. You can see here minus 4, 5 is common. You can take the commons minus 5. When you take minus 5 common from here, remaining only 20. Because 20 into 5, that is 100. Here minus is also taken outside. Because of that, this is positive. 20 I1. Then minus is common, then minus minus. This is plus. Now 15. So this is 3 because 3 into 5, 15 IC. Then 16 I2. When you take 5 common from 16, you get 12. 12 into 5, 69. Here minus will be common, so this plus becomes minus. So now you get this equation. When you take this minus 5 and derivative of 0, that becomes 0. So now we have the equation that is 20 I1 minus 12 I2 plus 3 IC is equal to 0. This is your equation number 1. This is the for loop A, B, D, and A. Similarly, you can apply the Kirchhoff's second rule to second loop, that is B, D, C, B. Okay? B, D, C, A, B. This is not A, B, this is C. Okay? B, D, C, D. Now apply same rules. So we have from B to D, current is IC, resistance is 15, then IC into 15. What direction is this one from B to D? Current is also flow from B to D, because of that this is negative. When we go from D to C, we have 5 resistance and current is I2 plus IC. That means current is I2 plus IC and resistance is 5. Now our motion is from D to C. Current is also flow from D to C, because of that this is negative. Then C to D, current is I1 minus IC, resistance is 10, then I1 minus I is equal to C to B, our direction, but current flow from B to C. Because of that, this is taken as positive. Now simplify the equation. This is minus 15 IC. This one minus sign is also multiplied here. 5 will be also inside the plate. So you get minus 5 I2. Then this minus plus minus and 5 IC. Then 10 is multiplied inside, open the bracket, 10 I1 minus 10 IC is equal to 0. Now take or write down the I1 terms first. So you have this is I1 terms, only one terms. That is 10 I1. Then I2. So this is I2, only one terms, minus 5 I2. Now you have IC terms, you can see. So this is minus 15 minus 5, minus 20 IC. Then minus 20 minus 10, that is minus 30 IC. So we have minus 30 IC is equal to 0. Now here minus 5, or only 5 you can take common. When you take 5 common, here only 2 remaining, 2I1 minus I2 minus 6 IC is equal to 0. This 5 is final, it just becomes 0. So you get the equation, that is 2I1 minus I2 minus 6 IC is equal to 0. This is your equation number 2. Similarly, you can apply the Kirchhoff's second rule to the loop A, B, C, E and A. Which loop A, B, C, E and A. Apply. So from A to D, you have resistance 16, current I2. You get 5 into 16. Our direction is from A to D. Current is also flow from A to D. Because of that, this is negative. Then D to C, current is I2 plus IG. Resistance is 5 ohms. This okay. Now our direction is from D to C. Current is also flow from D to C. Because of that, this is negative. Then when you go from here, from negative terminal to positive. So now you have positive value. The last terminal sign will be indicated here. Okay. So plus 10. Then reach that point initially, that is 0. Simplify this equation. Then minus 16 I2, this is minus, okay, this is minus 16 I2, open this bracket, minus 5 I2, minus plus minus, and minus 5 IC. This 10 is taken in RHS, then minus 10. There you can see, this is minus 16 I2, this is minus 5 I2, so this is minus 65 I2. That minus 5 is equal to minus 10. Take minus 5 is common. So this is 13 because 13 to 5 is 65. That means minus 5 is common. 13 I2. Here minus 5 is common. So this minus is plus 5 will be common. That means IC is equal to minus 10. So here you have minus 10. This 5 is in millimeters. Minus plus and 5 is 10. 13 I2 plus I is equal to 2. This is your equation number 3. Now this point is important. We get 3 equations 1, 2 and 3 from 3 closed loops A, B, D, A, B, D, C, B and A, D, C, E and A. Now what question is you want to find out IC value. So your equation 3 you can see here you have only I2 and IC. If you find out the values of I2 and put here in equation number 3, you get the value of IC. So now our goal is that from equation 1 and equation 2, we want to find out the values of I2 in terms of the IC. And that value we put here. So these equations will be written in only one term, that is IC. Then we can find out easily. Okay? So now our goal is we want to find out the equation such that in that equation only terms, these two terms, which one I2 and IC will be there. Okay, so you can see here our objective is we want to remove this I1 from these two equations. We want to remove I1 from these two equations. So our equation which is in I2 and IC. From that we can find out values of I2 in terms of the IC. Okay, so you can see here your equation number 1, that is 20I1 minus 12I2 plus 3IC is equal to 0. We want to remove this I1, so here we have 2I1. So multiply this equation by 10. Multiply this equation by 10. So this is 20I1 we take the subtraction, so this iron terms will be cancelled out. Because of that, right now multiplying equation 2, this equation by the tens. So this is 20i1 minus 10i2 minus 16i is equal to 0. This is your equation number 4. Now you can see here this equation and from equation 1. Take the subtraction of these two equations. That means subtracting from equation 1, equation 2. Equation 1 minus equation 4. So your equation 1 is this one. So write down 20i1 minus 10i2 plus 3i is equal to 0. Now equation 4, that is 20i1 minus 10i2 minus 6i. But here we have taken the subtraction. Because of that, change the sign here. Why? Because we can subtract equation 4 from equation 1. Because of that, change the sign. Here we have positive, so there it becomes minus. Here negative, it becomes plus. This is negative, this becomes plus. Now consider this sign. Okay. So now 20i1 minus 20i1, that is 0. Cancel out. Then minus 12i2 plus 10i2. Now consider this sign. Because here subtraction. So minus 12i2 plus 10i2, that is minus 2i2. Okay. Then plus 3iz plus 16iz, that is 63iz is equal to 0. Now from this equation you can find out the value of iz in terms of the iz. Values of i2 in terms of the iz. Okay. So minus 2i2 is equal to minus 63iz. These two which is in denominators, minus minus cancel, 63 by 2, that is 31.5. This is your i2 value. Now put this i2 value in this equation. So this equation which is only in terms of the iz, you can see 30, this i2 that is 31.5 iz, okay, plus iz is equal to 0. When you calculate this one, you get 409.5 iz. Take summation, you have 410.5 iz is equal to 2. We want to find out values of iz, so this is in denominators. When you solve this one, you get 4.87 into 10 raised to minus 3 ampere. That is the current through this galvanometer. But here we have 10 raised to 3, so that is milli. Okay, we know that 10 raised to minus 3 meter is equal to 1 millimeter. So instead of 10 raised to 3, you can take milli. So 4.87 into 10 raised to minus 3 ampere can be written as 4.87. This is milliampere. So this is the current through these galvanometers whose resistance is 15 ohm. So this is the most important examples. By applying the Kirchhoff rule, you can find out the current through galvanometer. Okay. So now I will stop here.